Oh, the mic's muted.
Oh,
Morning.
good morning.
Uh,
Pre-NFP.
yep, but
We're getting some volatility,
we're
so
going right down.
yeah, it could be all right here.
Okay, I mean that's not far off from what I was expecting. So I have this new week opening or new day opening gap in Asia sell side marked out, or the low of day currently, and that was my that's where I want to see it run to, but it's definitely getting there quick.
Yeah, YM just reached low a day as well. And Q should be there in a second.
It's the last trading day of this month. Tomorrow we've got NFP on the first Friday of the month, so that is why. Okay, we're already at Asia's low right there. Just take that.
Okay,
That is
ES
quick.
hasn't taken it yet,
Okay.
so there is SMT there.
I need to have time to outline my bias before things actually happen.
So since 9:15, we've already dumped 130 points. So
Okay, so,
no lack of volatility, that's for sure.
well, I'll break down this bias because it was predictable to see this dump. Maybe not of this extent, but the move was predictable for sure. So, okay, we see Asia session rally higher, and I'll pull up even ES so I can compare the two. It rallies higher. In London session, we open and start with an accumulation. Then we get a manipulation and reversal, right? So from here, from the smart money reversal, we get the BPR. We trade to the BPR, and we have bearish prices, right? We get below London's low into a little bit, quarter into Asia session. Then we get during the New York AM pre-market, we rally, take the internal high, which forms this SMT, right? And then from that SMT, sorry, another thing was the S&P was formed on the news after holding this 15-minute, right? So then once we start to rotate back down into it, we get this strong 5-minute close here through this, forming that order block. Then I was like, okay, now I expect us to run from the reversal and expand all the way down to the low here from Asia session. And now from this point, I'd like to approach it with a more bullish bias and say that London's high can be taken. But I don't.
Well, it's also what
I
I
don't
want
want
to see as well. I want to see it move lower and then the expansion higher because higher time frame, like we do have SMT with some of the buy side with YM, but NQ didn't reverse from those highs; it just expanded through it. So I don't consider it an SMT. And then if I look internally to today's price action, there's no SMT. It's just a suspect high sitting up there. So I do want to see a reversal here, back up to London's high.
So we look at the 4 hour, right? Trading below this Asia low was trading into the lower 4 hour imbalance, or the more like average 4 hour imbalance, right in the middle. And then we can see equilibrium is actually quite a bit lower. So I'm not even saying that I necessarily want the drop to equilibrium. I was just wanting this 4 hour to be engaged. I'll go to yesterday, but yesterday's or Tuesday's high. And what we see is the consolidation here within the 4 hour, and then we drop down lower. That's manipulation. Then we run, expand, and close above the high. Get the continuation here, which forms this large imbalance, which we are now in. So that's kind of where the bullish bias comes from. But I'm definitely open to a potential bearish bias if it gets completely invalidated, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, and I wouldn't honestly short because like when you look at the hourly, it's just one or even 50-minute. Like it's just one massive imbalance. And I don't think we're gonna get another 330 point move back to that sell side right after FOMC yesterday. Because that FOMC moved manipulated lower into a daily imbalance on ES.
Oh yeah,
And put in
that
an
was one of
SMT.
my things I was gonna say.
Right. So it's like if you're looking for shorts, there's nothing to target because I think that's a protected low. So I think we just need to put in a swing, like a swing here out of this new day opening gap in the 4 hour. And then we'll get the expansion back to London's high. This is a very like large manipulation, I guess you could say.
Well, I
50
did go
points.
below Asia's low. That's what I wanted to see, but it went deep
Yeah.
and quick. So that's fine though. It had to get an aggressive retracement because it was an aggressive first expansion. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so yesterday I was saying the low of week looks like it's been put on ES, right? So ES we open up with the new week opening gap and then have 2 trading days lower. And then on the midweek reversal, technically, was Wednesday. We trade into the daily imbalance below the constant encroachment, wick back and close higher above the imbalance, and then get the reaction, right? And then also just, how do I close this? Okay. And also, while that was happening, we had the expansion on NQ. And then these are the 3 news drivers that we had at 8:30, which we left this buy side right there. And then below it, these kind of relative equal highs right there. So it's something to note within this consolidation, right?
Well, and another possibility for today would be just, we get retracements higher, but not a reversal. We just generate lots of buy side for tomorrow. NFP will have lots of liquidity to take.
Since this is a pre-NFP day, I like to take them a little bit more cautiously.
Yeah, so going into the morning, ideally, I wanted to see, because YM was really close to the low day, and NQ wasn't that close. So I wanted to see YM get that move lower, and then NQ kind of just take that pre-market low, and then get the reversal from there. And YM's getting a really good reaction off that low day. It's super nice.
It's getting a good reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm putting something in the chat.
Except ES and NQ aren't moving at all.
Yeah. Pin this thing. Pin. Could you imagine if we actually had to add people in the chat? It'd be so much more fun.
Yeah. Can we get bots for that?
Bots in the chat?
Let's see.
Asking questions?
YouTube chat bots.
Probably.
All these ones are to engage with your audience, not to be your audience.
Oh, obviously, yeah. Anytime you go to anybody's live stream, you see them with bots in there, right? So that would have been a nice short to catch. Obviously, as it presented a very quick 3 candle.
I wouldn't have expected it this low, if I'm being 100% honest.
I expected it to Asia's low. I didn't expect it to do it in 2 candles, obviously, but I had this new day opening gap and Asia's low marked out as my, and I even said right before the live stream, I said, yeah, I want Asia's low taken. But like if I'm looking at in terms of taking an entry after the market opens, I literally cannot find one because it opens and goes right down. Like I can even go to the, I'll even go to the 15 second, which I don't go. It's on my other chart though. Yeah, we open and then it's a straight down candle. I'll go to the 5 second. Straight down candle. Like you literally open and it's 14 points lower in 5 seconds. Even on the hello Rosh this side. What does that mean? Okay, wait. Yeah, so from the open at 9:30, there was no opportunity to get in down to Asia's low. That would fit my criteria, right? Because on 9:30 we open and then the next 5 seconds, 15 points lower. So, oh hello Rosh. We got Rosh in here.
Rosh. Yeah. What's up, Rosh?
Yeah, you know you're the first person to ever comment. Welcome to the live stream. We're pretty new. It's been like 3 weeks live streaming, and we're just getting the hang of it. It's a little bit of a different experience to have to narrate your analysis. Yes, but we're ICT traders. We've been trading ICT for 2.5, almost 3 years. And yeah, we felt that we should start live streaming it because we're seeing success and we want to build an audience and show other people how to do it. And we kind of take a different approach to IC concepts. It's not a purely technical approach. We're more psychologically based, I'd say. Well, no, it's a lot of like intuition, a lot of studying that helps you stay away from certain bad trades, and making those decisions is what's important. What do you trade? If you go to the 15-minute, you have this 15-minute low, which is kind of like framing that imbalance. Oh, he's looking for longs. Yeah, I like London's high, and I like the, I guess you could say the 830 buy side, so the data high, and then the two relative equal highs here, right? But the only thing that I don't like is how from open you have, it's a 100-point drop, right? If I like a long, I like a little bit of a slower retracement. So if this would have taken, 15 minutes to get down here, and we left a few internal highs here, and then, but basically now what I see is us dropping into here, getting some sort of reversal, and then honestly just the equilibrium here. And I don't want to be too quick to try and say that we're going to get a 130-point move back up to these highs, because with this aggressive move lower, it could be consolidation for an hour before we do anything. But they're... Hold on.
Well, and the other thing would be like, I wouldn't take a early entry here. Like I wouldn't take like a 1 or 2 minute version, obviously, because you have 10 of them on the way down.
Do we trade ICT 2022 model? So when we first started trading, we traded like the ICT 2022 model, but just specifically using that,
just pattern trading.
Yeah, that's just pattern trading, and we couldn't find success with that, so we had to adapt, and we went and learned from a bunch of different people that trade ICT and how they kind of changed their strategies, and we incorporated SMTs more, and using like 3 different entry functions. So we'll use the inverse fair value gap, we'll take breakers, we'll take a change in state, we'll take just a tap of a fair value gap, or we'll trade a classic 2022 model.
The tap of a fair value gap pretty much is a 2022 model, and the change in state is the market structure shift, I guess, of the 2022 model. Not always waiting for that fair value gap, because lots of times we notice that the fair value gap, waiting for the fair value gap after the market structure shift wouldn't happen all the time, and we'd get left out on a lot of moves. So then we adapted to taking a little bit of early entries, so like inversions or change in states, just so that we could capture more moves.
But we follow the same logic that most ICT traders do, where they look for internal time frames. So like a 4-hour move, and then they look at a 15-minute, and there's a 15-minute fair value gap. Then they'll go down, then they'll look for a 1-minute internal model, and they'll do that. So that's kind of how we do it too. Like say there's this 15-minute gap here, all right? And let's say you want to be bullish initially out of this 4-hour. You see the 15-minute close up, you get this change in state, and it forms this fair value gap. Right, I'll go down to the 1-minute, and I'll look for an entry in here to target the high, but I don't trade pre-market, so this would be excluded in this just as an example. But we would look for internal out of the 15-minute to the high in this case.
So ES just took low a day. So now there's no SMT at the lows. So now I'm going to require some sort of internal manipulation. This move down, though, is just like, it doesn't stop, eh? And like, I'm not going to short, because I don't have good targets lower for shorts.
I was on Twitter last night, and there was a guy that was like, yeah, I just put $44,000 into puts or whatever.
Yeah.
That's, since I don't trade options, that's the one that goes down.
I think so. Hold on.
I think that is. So he's selling up here, and he's like, it's going down. And he's not wrong, but like I was saying right when we started the live stream,
a put is a short.
We have the daily gap on ES, right? And we saw this reaction out of it. And on NQ, even a stronger reaction. We got a close like way above this high. And at ES, though, it's kind of wicky now. But I was expecting this, since we opened up, then traded lower, and on Wednesday reversed to be the low of the week. So, trying to see.
I mean, today's profile is not ideal for an expansion, because we opened higher first. So we traded up, what is that, 150 points? And then now we traded back lower below the opening price. So ideally, you don't want to see that big of a move away from where you want the low day to be put in. So like we might not get a super big expansion through the highs, which I don't think we will.
Like I was saying to Rosh here,
Yeah.
since this is such a big move, like I just immediately draw to equilibrium as kind of like a safe.
Yeah, like a target.
But here's the thing, right? When you have a bullish bias and it's going down, you miss out on some moves. So it's like it's a weird case because it's not really easy to flip and say that, yeah, I'm bearish now to these lows because there's so much supporting it going higher, right? So I'm not going to just flip it without any reason because it's going lower. But if you're looking for a long, you're gonna miss something. But that's fine.
And I'm fine with that, yeah, because I don't want to short inside of all this massive imbalance, especially when I can't frame it getting ran through. Like there's times where it's like, okay, this gap's gonna get inverse for sure, and like it doesn't matter. But this isn't one of those times. This is like there's just nothing strong enough that I can say that yeah, this gap's gonna get inverse for sure. So I'm not gonna short. I'm just gonna either be patient for longs or not take a trade today and wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, and
that's fireworks.
And he pointed that out too. He said, "I'm not taking any trade today." And well, I pulled up the news calendar. We got this news today, but then NFP tomorrow. And if you've traded long enough, you know that the day pre NFP generally isn't as good.
Some days it's really good though.
Yeah,
like,
that's why
there's been a few times where it's
generally
been, yeah, but there's been a few times where it's been like really good.
Yeah, I take it with a grain of salt. I don't lock myself out before the day starts today.
Well, it's funny because everybody's like, don't trade pre NFP, don't do this, whatever. And then you're like, okay, when you're first starting, you don't trade it. And then an hour later, you check Twitter and they all took the trade pre NFP right after they said, don't trade it.
Yeah. How long have you been trading for, Rosh?
We're starting to slow down, which is good. I want to see us start to retrace a little bit prior to 10 a.m. And then if 10 a.m. could open lower and we could get some sort of internal sweep.
This 6 a.m. 4-hour candle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been trading for a year today. Or no, 1 year. He's taking one payout. My funded futures. Oh, yeah. You tried Top Step? Top Step's good.
And how do you like MFFU? I've never tried it, actually. I think that's going to be the next firm that I go to. Lots of people use that. Like Blake and Patrick use it.
He tried Top Steps, but he's got to pay out from my funded futures. I can't say the MFFU. Okay, so back to what I was saying. 4-hour candle, 6 a.m. opens. Trades almost equilibrium. He blew 50 accounts on Top Step.
Holy, we're probably close to that. Like in over our 2 years.
Well, not blowing, but like 50 accounts between the two of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a grind.
11 accounts on Top Step. You just did the 50K accounts then, yeah? He's past 11 accounts though.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not bad.
Do you still have 11 accounts, or you just like over your time?
No, he probably blew them. I don't know. He says, you guys trading on Discord. We have a Discord channel, but we don't stream in it. We just stream on YouTube, and we're trying to build a little bit of a name for ourselves. And the plan eventually is to create a Discord where we have all of the information that we've learned and all of the strategies and the concepts all compiled into one area, and then also build a little small community. And that's kind of where the name comes from too, is the collective, right? It's kind of because me and him, we bounce ideas off each other. So that's where the name came from. And it also works with the way we trade. The collective model could be saying that we trade 3 or 4 different entry models. That's kind of what I like about it too. It's got a double meaning.
Okay, there is SMT with that lower 50-minute gap. Well, I guess the major 50-minute gap with ES. ES failed to trade down into there.
We did just fall short of this constant encroachment here, or not the constant encroachment, the equilibrium. And then we traded into that 15-minute lower imbalance, which is just the lower imbalance, which I like.
Interested to see if YM can inverse that 50-minute gap going into 10 a.m.
Okay, we'll have.
It's good to see that, considering YM was the more bearish of the three going into the day, that it is now looking the most bullish based on the hourly candle and the wick size. Which means that if YM flips back bullish and starts getting good momentum, then NQ and ES should flip as well. YM just got to go first so that I can catch up.
Rosh says he's the social media guy, but by profession, I can help you building and all of the social media growth. Actually, we've got quite a bit of background in that too. And our plan here, we've got an Instagram and we're going to start posting more short form content on there. And we've got our Twitters where we post our trades every day. And we're currently working on developing like trading videos where we're just writing the scripts and stuff to teach about the concepts and whatnot. So, Rosh, why would anything in this rally be not good to long in? Just right now. Let's say right now, longing right now. Why wouldn't that be the best long? Just generally.
I mean, it depends on your risk though.
Well,
Like if you're fine taking like this, we might not get an internal manipulation. This might just be it.
no, I'm not even saying about internal manipulation, but just longing right now.
Okay, yeah, ES is flipping bullish pretty aggressively.
Oh, he's longing?
Yeah.
He's longing.
I mean, it's the right spot to be longing in. I'm just going to be waiting for a little bit more structure to build here.
Yeah. Okay, that one then.
So yeah, YM's going to inverse its 50-minute gap. ES is going to inverse its 5-minute gaps most likely. So I'd like to see. Actually, we have internal SMT with the previous 50-minute candle. So it's like that 1 minute. Oh, it's kind of a shitty SMT.
But so what I look for now going forward is once 10 a.m. opens, we'll have this 4-hour candle with a wick that's traded into the lower imbalance here. Just fell short of that equilibrium, but we'll have that, and we'll have an aggressive 15-minute close. So this 15-minute fair value gap, since it's not 3 sequential down close candles that forms it, and it's the 2 down close candles, and then we get a large up move forming that imbalance, is a lower probability imbalance. So I would look for that to get inversed after the 10 a.m. open, and we do a little bit more structure forming. So we get up into the imbalance here, and then wait for like retracement, internal expansion, some little bit more confirmation. See, I don't take if we get a large move like this, I won't take this first little bit of an entry because we're just trading into here. So I want to see how we react to trading into this imbalance here. Let's see, say 23,700. Oh, 23,700 is his final target. So that's the equilibrium pretty much. That is equilibrium. Okay, you're using this as the first percent fair value gap, the 931 imbalance. Today is this one because the opening is above the buy side. Above the buy side. We get this imbalance. Something I use is the opening range gap too. I need to remove like everything else to see it though. Shit. Okay. So we form the opening range gap, and completely just flush through it. So we're kind of coming back into it now. So I would just drag the levels over and honestly look for a full. One of my main targets would be that opening price, actually, the 930 opening price. So I can mark that out. Most of the time, I like to wait till 10 a.m. anyway to trade, or at least the first 15 minutes. It's not often that I'll take a trade before the first 15-minute candle closes because it gives me more direction. But on Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Yeah. Tuesday, I took a trade relatively soon after open. I took this one. So we had this first percent fair value gap. That's why I traded that inversion to there and then into, well, right here because it was the low of the hourly imbalance. So that was the trade on Tuesday. And that was, yeah, that wasn't quite 15 minutes into open, but so I make some exceptions if there's such a clean reversal, right?
Jeez, I like if I traded YM, I would take this 5-minute change and say it just looks so clean.
Yeah. Like the tap of, or just
the tap of, because it inverse the 50-minute and then wait for 10 a.m. to open, trade down into that 5-minute change in state and that premium 5-minute gap.
Yeah, see, I'd be long. So if NQ looked like YM and they were all kind of corresponding, I'd be taking a trade within there. But I'm watching NQ yet because we haven't. Well, this I don't like the imbalance right there. I'd look for something like that. Pull up yes. Oh wait, so you're out of your trade. Oh, so he took a trade and got out right there at the high.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think so. Trying to figure out what he took though.
Probably just took that. Was that 1-minute inversion?
Yeah, did you just take this 1-minute inversion or did you take
at like 950?
Actually, that's like the only thing you could have taken unless you were just super aggressive in taking that. I actually want to know what he took. Yeah, because I just generally don't immediately flip bull. I don't immediately flip bullish. Well, I mean, I have a bullish higher time frame bias, but I don't immediately long once we get just this first leg up. I got like a criteria, and if something doesn't sit right with me about a trade, that's not fitting my criteria, I need to be able to take it like 1,000 times over without a doubt in my mind that it's the right trade, and completely accept the loss, right? So personally, for me, longing anywhere in this move up, I wouldn't be just targeting that buy side. So I wouldn't like the risk of it. And there's no higher time frame confirmation, and it's just the 5 minute.
10 a.m. opened here.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 10 a.m. opens in this 1 minute imbalance here. See, now that's not a bad thing to do, right? To trade lower on the 10 a.m. open, and then you're below the sell side.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't know if we're gonna get the move to the low, like 9:45 low. It might just be this 5 minute gap, like where we just traded to. Oh no, we just fell short. We'll see how we react out of that 5 minute. YM just traded to that premium 5 minute gap. Didn't trade at the change in state. Could be an earlier entry. I'd prefer the better one if I was taking that though. The thing about trading NQ right now is it's the weakest.
So, right, the up move yesterday was from earnings, right? They had Meta, a lot of major tech earnings, Microsoft, Meta, and yeah, so that was the significant jump there. So depending on what you think about earnings and if it is a true move or not, there's potential for shorts. Right? I know you could probably approach earnings with a, like, they'll be inversed, kind of, they'll be ran through. It's not a real move. This is all just an induced move. And then we're going to go lower.
I don't know that. Remember that one time
it'd be weird to reverse off of Thursday. That's the thing. So
I wouldn't say we reverse lower here. I don't think that doesn't make sense.
Oh, 5 minute gap. Right there.
Well, I remember that there was 1 week, probably last year. I think it was last year that I remember. And I had like the clearest bias for the week ever. And I think earnings came out on like a Wednesday or something. It was like middle of the week. So Monday, Tuesday retraced to like some sort of imbalance and formed a perfect SMT.
I remember that. All the highs were like this.
Yeah,
it was all like that.
Earnings came out and just ran through everything.
Yeah,
and then like all my targets for the week were met, and it just kind of ruined it.
Look at this. Look at this long here. Hold on. Out of the 5 minute fair value gap, we've got this 15 minute above. I'm gonna look at this 3 minute here. This change in sit on the 3 minute. I don't want to take that initial inverse. Although I always note this. So yes, we have this inversion here, but I'm not going to enter right now. Wait for a little bit more confirmation. I do like this though, how we had this change in state, which got traded to as we formed this 5 minute gap. But I want one more leg right through there to be looking for longs. I don't like, if I were to rate this low and like out of 10 how much confidence I have in it, it's like a 6. It's not quite at that 10 out of 10. This is a good low to put my stop loss at. It is good because it's in the 5 minute, and if we go to ES, we're pretty much through all the imbalances here. We just have this 15 minute one, but that's not a big worry. Roshan Arath. He just comes in here and slams a trade and leaves. That's money. But I don't even think I wouldn't be longing into there, just into that first. Like, anytime we get a big down move, anytime we take the first move, it's a consolidation. Yeah. Or even this right here, it's a consolidation. So I'm
fine on taking this. It isn't what you should take.
No, and it's definitely not. No.
Like Justin took this 1 minute inversion.
He did?
Yeah, and he took it to this high and it was done. He's like, yeah, 10 points, done. Just a little.
Yeah, 10 points. Look,
sure.
But hence why intuition is important in trading. Screen time is important. I say, I don't trust this low. I rated about a 6 out of 10, and I don't like the inverse. I'd prefer the 3 minute change in state. There's...
Well, and the 5 minute gap is here.
Just look at that.
I'm just trying to think, like, do we take this internal low one more time?
If we take that internal low, do you think we just flush through everything?
Well, no, because I'm thinking, like YM's retracing right now to its 15-minute, 5-minute change in state, and it's already in the 5-minute gap, I guess. But if that gets a little bit of retracement, NQ might get that little bit of retracement. I'm gonna keep an eye on this 5-minute though. So we took that internal low. Do we have SMT there?
No. In the 5-minute, no.
Okay.
But yes, I like that for a like now if we get the change in state, that low that we just put in, I've got way more confidence in that being the actual low.
Yeah.
But you know what my preference would be? Sell off, run out the sell side, put SMT in, then get something.
Yeah. That would be, well, and then you'd have, I guess the hourly imbalance wouldn't be formed yet, but you'd have that upper 15-minute to target. You'd have a better risk probably.
So,
but we might not get it because YM and ES are looking like they're ready to go.
And I'm okay with that, right? Yeah, YM definitely ready to run.
Yeah.
YM's got that 5-minute breaker and the 15-minute change in state now. But I still want to trade NQ because it's my thing. Two minutes on that 3-minute candle. So yeah, so with this the stop loss, I feel a bit more safe entering with that and targeting the relative equalizer. Okay, so 5-minute imbalance, then we get this rally out of it. We are going to potentially get this 3-minute change in state, which I'd probably take. The only thing I don't like is there's no S&T internal, but that's fine because both YM and ES are getting extremely good movement, or they had the good movement, and we're up actually above this high here. So it's in line with the higher time frame bias. The 4-hour. The only thing is, does the 4-hour candle, would it make sense to trade lower, take the sell side, then run higher? I almost don't think so because we did reverse off of the previous candle.
Yeah.
Right at the end there.
Yeah. It's like that 1-minute gap that right there could be an entry. I'm not gonna take it just because
something doesn't sit right there.
Yeah. I do have a feeling that
the way I look at the 5-minute, right, is we formed this 5-minute imbalance. The bullish one's almost weaker than this bearish one here. The bearish one's massive. So to wick into both of them, it's a little bit less.
But if you're expecting, like, if you look at the 50-minute, you get the 9:45 candle reversing. So then you'd want the 10 o'clock one just to continue.
Yeah.
And then the only PD right there is that 5-minute. And then out of that, you get the 1-minute change in state after the internal sweep.
I'm not going to take anything here.
Yeah, I'm going to sit tight here.
Just because if we look at the 3-minute, we've had...
YM just traded to its 5-minute change in state.
Yeah. But I'm not going to be in anything until I might even just take the 5-minute fair value gap if we form a new one. There's still a lot of room to the upside, right? I've got 120 points to make a decision, so. And if I only need to capture 20 of those points, then.
Oh, like I really wish NQ looked like YM.
Yeah,
YM, I'd be in longs right now.
YM does look good for longs. Oh, now it looks worse for longs.
But it's trading into that 5-minute change in state.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's better because you got a better fill.
YM doesn't like abrupt reversals. It looks like it's going to run through them and take the sell side.
I think this is just an opposing run.
It should be, but
like we're gonna flip. It looks like it's gonna flip right now. Get like a 3-minute change in state or order block.
Okay, so
just continue.
Bringing attention back to NQ because YM's doing something over there. New 5-minute candle closed above this down candle. So order block, 5-minute order block. I'll mark it out. I'll watch it. but nothing yet is tradable. Not taking anything yet. It's about having criteria, following your criteria. If this isn't an A plus trade right now, then I'm not gonna take it. You know, like it would kind of be characteristic to trade into this equilibrium before seeing the true expansion. So that's why I'm closely monitoring it. But like nothing in here was my entry yet. It's kind of now just a consolidation. So if we consolidate for the first like 15 minutes of this candle, then get a drop, that'd be pretty nice. Obviously this is vague, but
Well, and then if NQ can get above that 15-minute, not both, just the lower one. If we get it close above that lower one, then I would know that the low we put in now is the low.
yeah. Do you think about all those times where we take the winning trades in our live stream and we completely outline them from like before we even trade to the fair value gap or take the low?
Yeah.
Those trades feel way more, they feel way better, and I've got way more confidence in them than anything right now.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even have a, like, I only have this idea right here, something like that. So that's what I want to see. And I don't think I'd be shorting because it looks like it is going to take that low. It's a stay patient, wait for one more step.
If we internally manipulate this low SMT and then get something, I don't even need to see anything get inversed over here. I would just, that's good enough for me.
Well, I'd be going break even, right? I'd be going to break even up at these highs.
Yeah. You take anything yet?
Yeah, a couple. Down 280, now I'm 140.
So he's down like this?
No, he just took this. He passed an email right here.
Alright.
That's what made a little bit back from there.
Mhm.
He wasn't comfortable, but we didn't take it on.
Yep. That's fair.
You should see how freaking on point that was off the tee box yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Like holy crap! I was.
smashing it.
Well, I almost equaled that. I was like say this was the hole. My ball was right there from you like on the 17th. Not that's anything to do with off the tee box, but
Mm-hmm.
pretty much all my drives are like relatively straight and really far.
That's important.
Yeah,
Straight is.
even on the next or the par 5 before that, 14.
Yeah.
I was right up the middle, like 320,
Yeah, that's good.
right in the middle of the
Really
fairway.
good. Really good.
And I completely messed up the next shot because the ground was hard and I hit my 5 hybrid and it's got like a whippy shaft. So I hit it and I can totally feel it open up when I hit it. So I hit the ground, like I was taking a little bit of a divot with it, and it totally just went. And then I doubled that one, but I was birdieing pretty much. I birdied 2 par 3s, which is good,
Oh yeah, that's good.
and then just a few like plus 3s. I shot 92, so
That's a good round.
better than what I usually do. Okay. What do we got going on now? We got YM trading into the lower 5 minute. Now we got NQ putting a wick in, but also sharing. Okay, I don't like this right now.
No.
It's too close to my line.
I'm waiting to see if YM can deliver off of that lower 5 minute and the 5 minute change in state and then get the 5 minute order block off of that because that'll confirm that low. But I think if that takes, like, I'm hoping that takes a little bit too long, just kind of consolidates and then NQ gets that manipulation. Definitely wouldn't be taking a long on NQ right now. And I don't like that low for the hourly candle, the 4 hour candle, I guess, too.
Yeah, no, I'm fine sitting out. Waiting for my trade. I know my trade. I absolutely know what trade I'm taking, so I'm waiting for that.
when I don't want to see ES or YM take that low either. If they take that low, then it just doesn't look good. I'd want it to be NQ, considering how much more or like how much more bearish it is compared to the other two.
Sorry, I was zoned out. What did you say?
I just said I want NQ to take the low, not ES or YM.
Oh, yeah.
If ES or YM takes a low, it doesn't look good anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Like after that bullish of an hourly close on YM, I don't even want to see it trade back down that far. Hourly wick constant encroachment would be the deepest I'd want to see. And we need an instant reaction off this low too. Like I don't want to see us take the low, consolidate a little bit. Like I'd want it to be pretty quick. Yeah, I'd like to take something there and then just target that 15-minute and not target the buy side or anything. Just take the low hanging fruit today. NQ's 20 points away from taking that low. Then we can look for a possible reversal. The other good thing is 10 a.m. didn't really open high. They didn't really put
No.
in.
We're doing the wick right now for sure.
Like we do have a small internal. I don't even consider that a good SMT with YM. It's ugly. It's cuts through so much PA. So yeah, I would say this is the wick. And then that 15-minute imbalance that we have up in premium, if you go to the 1 minute, actually isn't formed, right? Like it's formed on both sides of the curve. Yeah, and I find when the fair value gaps are formed on both sides of the curve, they're lower probability, and they most of the time just get ran through. You got that marked out?
Where?
That 15-minute gap that's formed on both sides of the curve.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Well, we've been talking about that.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, the 945 15-minute candle formed the gap, but it wasn't 3 sequential down close candles.
Okay, don't reverse here. Take the low, please. So it's taking us 30 minutes to get 20 points away from the opening price. This might be like a 11 o'clock continuation. It takes much longer.
Give me a good trade. I literally need like $800 to take a payout.
Well, it's interesting how Top Step lowered their minimum winning days, eh? Like how much you need to make. So you only need 150 now. Not a huge difference, but
It's almost like it works for them though. It almost works for that. It's gonna lower their average payout. It would definitely lower their average payout.
by a little bit.
Well,
But I mean-
those margins matter a lot for something that big, right?
But if somebody makes like $4,000 on a trade and then they need 4 winning days of 150 instead of 200, right? Like it's not a big difference.
Or people that don't do that like that, but they just trade normally. Now they're gonna be like, I know when I first got my first funded account, I was cutting my trades over $200 because I was like, oh, it's a winning day in the books. So now it's a little bit of a can mess with your psychology being 150. So all the people that kind of trade with smaller size, they're gonna be out their 5 winning days or whatever. They'll be like, oh, I can take a payout on the next day or whatever. They'll take a smaller payout. I think it might actually lower their average payout. And they probably did some sort of test or something, or simulation or something to figure that out. already been trading for an hour. That's crazy. 64 minutes.
Yeah, we haven't moved.
Well, we've moved, but
When you
actually
get that
not
big of a
lot.
move, when you get that big of a move off open, you typically
Consolidate.
accumulate after.
And that's what we were saying. That's why I wasn't. I'm not longing right away.
Okay, we got like 7 points away.
We're going to it.
We'll take it.
We're taking it. I'll take it. Taking it.
Come on, NASDAQ. 5 points. So once this low gets taken, possible long entry would be take that 5-minute inversion, 3-minute change in state, 2-minute inversion if we get it. Or you take the turtle soup at this low.
Look, YM's actually going up right now.
Yeah. Which is good. I just want IQ to take this low. That's it.
I'll look for longs as soon as it takes that. That's my freaking thing.
Like, why?
I don't care about anything else besides that.
Why can't we just take it? So I'm gonna gap hold, we take the low. Then we get the reversal. And by the time we get the entry, we'll have that hourly imbalance to trade to as well. That'll be a target.
Yes, I like how we left those like kind of relative equal highs up there.
Yeah.
Really nice. There, low has been taken.
Finally. Okay.
Oh, I still got YM pulled up. I should have ES pulled up.
So now looking for longs.
Yes. Staying patient. See, when you've got a clear idea, it's nice to have people in the chat because you can just talk about them while you wait for your thing to happen.
Yeah.
And like if we had people in there right now, we'd be talking the entire time. This would be a really good trade as we've outlined it all. So now we're waiting to see. Well, I mean, if we really wanted to, we would trade to equilibrium, which is 5.5 points away from where we were. That would be a little bit of a.
So I would probably take this 1-minute inversion. Because it's a relatively big for value gap. It's 16 points.
Yeah, I'd do that too. That's a good fair value. Yeah. Go there.
Yeah, I like this. If we can get some good displacement here, this is really good.
This is more like a full port trade. What time we got? 10:40. 10:40.
So 10:42 is when the 3-minute candle closes. So if we get that 3-minute change in state paired with that 1-minute inversion, that would be ideal. But I will just take this 1-minute inversion.
This is a good trade. This gets me going.
Yeah, I like this.
Want good movement through it though. Maybe one more candle. And I also want to see the other ones. I want to see ES and YM start to get some movement higher.
Yeah.
Because ES has just been going lower. So without them clearing up, it's kind of just not good yet. Going to that equilibrium, which is at 6:02. Just doing it at internal sleep again. But that doesn't look that good for like ES or whatever, right? Because they're super low. But again, it's left with all this like kind of low resistance liquidity on. Dude, how come everybody took this trade? Like, who's taking this 1-minute change in state off of a low after you just traded into somewhere?
I mean, maybe they take it all the time and then they just don't post the.
Well, big chart like this.
Yeah,
He's got 5 150Ks now.
I think he's had those for a while.
I don't know. He just posted, I'm telling you, payouts are going to hit this month. So sounds like he just got it.
Or he's built his buffer, now he can take bailout.
Yeah.
Okay, so internal sweep. Do you have SMT there?
I like this now. Now I like this. This is the model. Dude, if you think about it, this is like a freaking. If this is such an obvious ICT model, wouldn't everybody be taking it? And wouldn't it be
Everybody should be, yeah.
Wouldn't it be so like? Wouldn't they run it lower because everybody's in it now because there's so much buying? When stop loss orders. So you think it's like, oh, everybody's sim, everybody's on funded accounts.
So we took previous hourly candle low.
Oh yeah.
10 a.m. opened low first, which is good.
Oh, hi, Max. How are you doing tonight?
Good morning, Max. Oh, good morning, Max. Yeah. Max, you say hi to the live stream, Max. Max, you did say hi. Hi to the live.
Max is.
No, Max is a mystical figure. You don't even know who Max is. He's the winning dog. Okay, gave that up. I was looking for that. Looking for that change in state and inversion, but it's wanting to push lower again. Okay. So it's looking. Well, it almost looks like ES is going to take the sell side here, which is interesting. If I'm back enough, you can see my my drawing here.
Yeah, he has just got pretty close to that low.
Yeah, that was my drawing from earlier. Which we're fulfilling slightly.
That's a little bit of a deep retracement on ES.
Yeah, we're almost invalidating the SMT. We're almost not going to have one because ES is going to take that low. It's delivering from that 15-minute too. I'm not going to be super quick to take the long now. I'm going to take a little bit more persuasion.
I'm going to sit on the 5-minute. Just want to see how we are closing.
So what are we going to look for longs here? Honestly, a nice big 5-minute change in state.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I wouldn't take this 1-minute inversion down here now. This lower one that we just formed. Because it's just not an instant reaction off that sell side after we took it. I'd either take that upper 1-minute inversion or the 5-minute change in state, yeah.
Right there.
Since this 5-minute candle just opened like 2 minutes ago, I want to see if it can flip back
green
before it closes.
So I've got my 5-minute change in states outlined in a green line. So I want it to flip. And then I'd probably target these relative equal highs to be left from this move and then partial at 9:30 open and then into the premium. Look for these relative equal highs. We are discounted now, which is good. So this is a better place to look for longs than shorts. Also supporting it is this super slow kind of retracement lower. you know, if we were bearish, what we would have done is traded into here, made it knowing that this would be the down move. So super quick supporting structure, a reversal like SMT, whatever. I wanted to sustain this this kind of bullish move, just keep going, and then we'll be able to look for some longs here. I do worry about ES though.
Well, if this 1 minute gap that we're in right now delivers lower again, and like forms another gap, ES will have taken that low, and then the trade no longer looks.
Technically, there still is this 4-hour SMT because
there is still SMT with YM as well, at that low.
yes, and YM
actually is holding the constant encroachment of that hourly rejection wick, which is good, but it's just consolidating.
Which makes me think ES is taking this low. Yes, at the moment, it looks like ES is taking the low, but before, when we were up here, it looked good. If the SMT would have been put in like with this low and then ran right higher, that would have been a little better. So now I still want to see this SMT hold.
Yeah, and I really like this LRLR that we've generated this whole way down, which is super, like, it's perfect.
Sounds like you have a seizure when you say LR.
Yeah.
The sequential lower highs. And then these two relative equal highs right at equilibrium. Equilibrium of this move. I'm not going to include this because that's a manipulation leg. This is the dealing range. We've just purged the sell side of it. So these relative equal highs I do like. Only if it gets some sort of confirmation. What am I looking for here? Take the change in state. Probably filled there. Stop loss probably at this. Well,
still not
even going to get the trade.
Yeah.
We don't even need to worry about it. ES is going to go to that low. It's not going to leave it.
Got like a point short.
We've got which imbalance here?
ES put equal lows in. Okay. Well. Okay, so no longer an SMT with ES. There is still the one with YM. So I'm not going to completely disregard the trade, but I will need like a 5-minute structure, clear 5-minute structure to validate it.
It's fine that ES traded through it because ES was so low that it was like almost invalidated anyway. So now it's just got the SMT, which just means YM's the most bullish one. And usually when you have an SMT, it's only one of them that has the.
There's one that's off.
Yeah, the Discord.
Well, it has. There's no other way it can be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So now we've got it. It's still the SMT is just flipped. I almost just don't favor it as much because it's a YM SMT. But again, I'm not looking for shorts, so I can just pull one of those grind lower days. Well, everybody that trades ICT is looking for longs, so. I do like, so if I look at YM, we do have a consolidation. So if this down move that we have is a manipulation and doesn't just continue going lower, I do like that better than just expanding from this consolidation. But NQ has moved into a good discount here. So another thing I want to note is that I'm probably not going to be catching this entire move to this buy side up here, the relative equal highs. I'll just be trading to here because that's about equilibrium of this move. Which I don't mind that. I always feel a little bit safer trying to trade at the internal highs. Or like it's going to actually take them up.
Yeah, so now that YM took that internal low from 1020, I'd want to see us flip bullish off this SMT and that internal manipulation. If YM sells off and takes that low, then I'm probably not going to take a trade today. Getting a little late in the AM session for a trade, I think.
Lunch session's good.
But this wasn't a consolidation AM, so I probably won't trade lunch.
Pre-NFP too, yeah. I'd like to take a trade. Not that I'm itching to take a trade, but I'd like to take a trade today.
Sounds like you're itching to take a trade.
No, I just said not that I'm itching to take a trade. I said I'd just like to take one. If not, probably be a trade on NFP day. So yeah, we can't trade for so long tomorrow. So oh gosh.
Not looking like we're gonna get that move. Just the way we keep grinding lower. YM.
Yeah, don't say it too
Well,
early.
yeah,
Don't say it too early.
I'll give it like 10 more minutes. If YM continues to sell off, then it's pretty much invalid.
Yeah, and like I said, it could just be one of those days where you end up looking for longs the entire day, and you don't get anything. But again, shorts didn't fit my bias, so not looking for them. And this SMT with YM here isn't as strong right now. I don't like it. It's not gonna hold. We've had like 4 candles not move on the Nasdaq, so that's not good. Yeah, okay. Just a worse trading day, so that's fine. Okay, we have an internal S&T here. ES actually just took this low. It's super, super small, but I'll put it there. Hour 30 minutes on the live.
YM took that sell side,
Wow.
so nothing.
Okay. We traded to this 1 minute imbalance that we have on NQ. So now we can long.
And the hourly breaker.
Yep.
And we filled that 4-hour
Dude,
and
like,
tap inversion.
like I said it's a, since it's a, not tariff. What am I talking about? Since it's earnings that caused that move, and it was after market, so they could potentially want to just invalidate and run through it. I don't think I'm going to take this inversion, this 1 minute. It's not my trade. I mean, it'd be pretty crazy risk, but it's not my risk tolerance on quality of trades.
Yeah, and after that hourly candle closure at 10 a.m., I don't really want to long against that necessarily.
Yeah, like that could, like the move that we had last night and from the close could totally have been the manipulation of this month. That could be August high. Or no, that would be August high. High of July. I mean, it's obviously going to be the high of July, but it could be the high of the next 3 months. That's what I'm trying to say. Be micro bear market. Dude, I wonder if I just take this to just like this freaking just this inversion here. Just go to break even at the 5 minute. It's super early. I can't take it.
I'm not taking anything.
Yeah. I'll paper trade it. I'll just paper trade it like I would. Yeah, this is about what I'd do. Actually, this is exactly the trade I need to take a payout. Just to there. I just want to see. Because, I mean, this isn't fitting my trade criteria right now. But I'll take it on paper. Screw it. We'll run it to there, too. I just don't. This is such a low quality trade for me. I wouldn't take it, but I'll paper trade the super stupid inversion.
Well, I'm looking at YM, right? YM took those relative equal highs from like 8 o'clock this morning. They took it. It took it at like 10. So there was technically SMT there. It cut through PA, so it wasn't super good. And then we also the delivery off of it was pretty trash. But YM did take that high at 10 o'clock, and it held that. What is that, hourly imbalance? Yeah, held that hourly imbalance, and then we just got that massive dump candle. So yeah, I don't
That's
think
a small hourly though. I wouldn't really put that much faith in it. See, I'd be making money if I took this. Again, it wasn't my trade, but say this a little bit more confirmation entry. The 5 minute inversion could be my trade.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take anything today, or at least now. Maybe look at the PM session, but probably not.
Yeah. See, the reason I didn't take
NFP
this,
tomorrow. So.
the reason I didn't take this trade was because of this 5 minute gap. Because if I was looking for longs, I wanted a little bit more of a confirmation that we're actually shifting here. Like break this trend line. Money. Just watching how we treat this amounts give me a little bit more insight into the actual bias here. So that's the 5-minute close right there. I like that reaction though off of this. We traded this, like, look at this imbalance here. This is like the biggest imbalance.
Yeah.
Trade to it. Like the real woman imbalance. That's the freaking precision gap. You scale down every fair value gap, you get this one, and we hit it right at a quarter of it, and then run right through this. So, I'm watching this. I might be taking a trade here on this. Yeah, I might look at this 5-minute inversion and then internal model or displacement retracement internal model or something along those lines.
See Johnny's June or
No, I didn't see it.
July, 207K this month
Cat.
on his TradeZilla. It's pretty
Cat.
good. It's a good month.
We bought
Three.
He bought combines. He bought 300K combines, and he got traded them all and linked them all and trades out.
He had 3 losing days.
That's 200K. If it's real, if it's a real 200K, that's crazy.
What is it? It would be all of his Apex accounts.
Well, it could be combines.
I doubt it.
Why?
Well, you don't need to make 200K on combines.
Yeah, you do. If you linked 20 Apex accounts, and they're all combines, and they're all 300Ks.
I doubt they're combines. There's no way he's trading for an entire month on a combine. A full month of trading on a combine?
Oh, probably not that then, no. But they could be combines. Like legit, you can like with TradeZella, you can link the combines together, and then even if you pass them, you can still keep the same TradeZella but link different accounts to it. You know that, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt him though.
I kind of do doubt that. I doubt they're all like payroll eligible funded accounts. They're probably all combines, and then he passed them, and then he maybe made a little bit on each account. But he could start with the combines, and the P&L on TradeZilla could be from combines.
Well, obviously he could, but
he could just still link the funded accounts and still have them on there. I don't think TradeZella proves anything. But if it is real, that's good. Like if he could take out 100K from that, that'd be good. Okay, well, we didn't inverse anything, so I didn't see my trade. We did have, might have an S&T here. Yeah, we're totally just running through all of the up move we had. It's totally fake earnings. They're not real. Look at this. Literally every bearish imbalance is just held and just delivered lower. Like I don't even think it'd be bad to short here. You just short and sell, and it sells off because the earnings are fake. Like if those earnings didn't happen, look where we would have closed. Right here. We would have closed right here.
Yep.
And then we would have, let's say, had that.
Well, after YM completely engulfed, it's like that rejection candle, which I would have wanted to frame longs off of that, and it's respecting all the bearish PD arrays. Plus, we have that internal manipulation at 10. That move pretty much confirms it. So we'll go to that low from yesterday,
Yeah, the low from yesterday.
probably, or like before earnings or at earnings or whatever, 2 or 3 o'clock or whatever.
Then we should be looking for shorts because that's still a 170-point move.
Yeah,
That's a good move.
I'm not gonna take shorts.
Well, you just said the biases.
Well, like that's what it looks like, but like as soon as I zoom in, it's like I could frame both. So I'm just gonna sit tight, save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, because I don't automatically now have a bullish bias just because of how long we've spent down here and where we are. Like we are beyond the wick of this 10 a.m. candle. This is now a continuation of the reversal in London session. So, and we did call it too. I said, you know what, we'll probably have a bullish bias, and it's probably just going to keep going down, and we'll never have a trade to long, and we won't flip to short. See, I did say probably just short. Shit.
Probably wouldn't take it. I think we're past that point of, well, I don't know, just seeing like a 280-point move lower isn't something I want to be longing necessarily against.
Well, no, obviously. Even in the morning, that's what we didn't long, was because I didn't want to long against the massive 200-point down move. All right.
And then we just doubled it.
Yeah, I know. But now we're more discounted. We've got, right, we could potentially form a little bit more structure. Like, say this 5-minute candle closes, and then we get a 5-minute change in state and inversion. Like, to the internal highs, I'd be taking that. But unless that happens, I'm not taking anything. Also, not flipping bearish because I just didn't have that bias. Didn't fit the structure initially. Long the first up candle. Yep. I still like longs though. That's my thing. I like longs. We just need some movement. Yeah. There's only the 5-minute imbalance, but there's no imbalances on the lower time frame. YM's got these equal lows that, oh no, it took them. Wait, what if we just look for a short here, dude?
Yeah, I'm fine with it going lower. I'm just not going to be a part of it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be very open-minded about things. What's the time? 11:20. No, we're done with all the down movement. 11:20. That's when it starts going up. I'm gonna try and catch the knife here, right through the hand. It's entertaining how we have one person in the live stream actually commenting.
Yeah,
very entertaining.
Dodgy took a long on YM. A 3-minute inversion.
Got cooked?
No.
Oh, here? That's so weird. I never heard him trade YM. Yeah, you could just take this 1 minute fair value gap if it inverses it, if it inverses, short it. Not financial advice. Yeah, YM is what? 62 points away from that sell side? We literally pretty much invalidated every fair value gap on the bullish side.
Oh yeah. No, we'll see that. We'll probably see that low.
Ride the trend here.
I just don't like trading these like super aggressive up down moves on the hard time frame, especially.
Well, now me shorting just feels so discount. Like if I took the short, it feels so discounted.
Well, yeah, I just like we're still in bullish PD rays on the left, and like
I'm paper trading it again.
yeah, I'm not taking anything.
I'm paper trading it again.
Sit tight for tomorrow, especially with this low resistance liquidity that we built up all morning. I don't really want to.
So it's funny because everybody says this is low resistance, but if you actually go watch the ICT video, he actually classifies this as high resistance.
Yeah, plus 10 a.m. just trading weight. Like for a bullish scenario, this large of a wick for the low is too big for expansion. So
This is paper. This is not a real trade.
I'm gonna watch it for like 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna hop off.
There's an SMT at these lows, internal. Just put with a YM there. See, look at that. That's why it's a paper trade. That's why it's a paper trade. Low confidence trade. Paper. Actually, just testing. It wasn't even a trade I'd ever think about taking. I just wanted to prove that I knew that it was a bad trade by taking it and it getting stopped out. So I took. Dun, 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 dun. See, got stopped out there. Look at that. Don't trade that. Hold on, we're reversing here. Potential. There's potential. Where's this 5-minute inversion here? Okay, I can
So
see.
we're about to get this 5-minute version.
I can see some longs here. I like the shift we've had off of SMT. We put an SMT in with YM here, and then we trade higher. The only thing is YM's now in this this imbalance there, but
Yeah, I'm not gonna take this just because, yeah, YM it looks like it's gonna take that low from yesterday. Because it's so it failed to reverse off of the low day. Got a super bearish close through it, disrespecting all the bullish PD rays, and now it just fell 40 points from the sell side.
still a lot of points, but it's moving. Good.
So I think that this is gonna go to the sell side on YM at least.
I'm watching this imbalance. There might be longs here for me. Just monitoring. I think we got. No, we didn't get. Looking for the 3-minute inverse and the 5-minute inverse. And preferably to then see better longs to have YM kind of invalidate that imbalance there. But usually they don't look at YM, right? So if I disregard that and look at just ES here, then yeah, I can have this bullish bias. looking good, actually. Yeah, like I want this 5-minute close and then to see something retracement internal, like an actual reversal here. We got everything that's working through the imbalance here. Even YM is kind of invalidating its imbalances here. So that's good. We've inversed the 2-minute and the 3-minute's got 45 seconds. So watching here, but mostly focusing on this 5-minute here, which I want big displacement. And I want to see some sort of retracement into the inversion internal. $11.17. It's a low. $11.16. Oh yeah. Okay. Still 2 minutes for this 5-minute here, but this 3 minutes closing above the lower imbalance here, moving higher to the upper one. So if you look at the longs from there off that 1 minute, you could technically have framed those as a trade. You would be up half an hour right now. But I'm still waiting here. Still waiting a little bit. We got to see the 5-minute close. I've gotten enough displacement, I think. And even if I look at YM here, YM's gotten big close above that 1 minute bouncer. Minute 30 on this 5-minute here. Yeah, I like that. It's high inversion for me, but yeah, I won't be executing right on the inversion. Get the retracement before the inversion. Interesting. Again, looking for the internal model. Oh, we didn't. Might not inverse the 5-minute here. Wow. So it retraced to the 5-minute inversion before it actually closed on the 5-minute. I don't like the risk of it right now. I'm gonna take like a 4-minute break and then come back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit tight on this trade just because YM got relatively close to that low from yesterday. We are in the hourly breaker off that SMT with ES, which is nice, but we also had a like 350 point dump off open today, so I think I'm just gonna wait for tomorrow. This trade's not bad though. 5-minute inversion off that hourly change in state. Look to target equilibrium of today's run. This 15-minute imbalance would be my break even if I was in it. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit tight for today and look to see if there's anything for tomorrow.
Dude, I don't even mind taking a trade here.
Might have missed the entry.
Where would your entry have been?
5-minute inversion.
It didn't trade to the 5-minute version.
No, just like the close.
Oh yeah.
Because it didn't close that far above it.
No, it was good, but yeah, it was fine there. But I think we missed like the low entry.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna take this. Anyways.
So see if I took the 5-minute inverse. It would be looking good, but I'm looking for the retracement and then internal model. Just need a little bit more confirmation there. I wanted YM to get the close on the 5-minute above it. Since YM was the bullish one. We'll do this. We'll form the 5-minute imbalance. We could trade back into it and then boom.
I'm already locked out.
You have to lock out.
No, I don't know, I just like doing it. I don't need to do it, but it's nice.
I didn't even, so I was looking at just taking the reaction on that, well, pretty much the 5-minute inversion, but the candle after. And I was like, yeah, it's to a stop that's safe. It's only 4 contracts. Like, holy crap, the size is big. Like, or like the volume is big. Got 50-point stop loss. That's not in my risk parameters. So I was like, didn't really want that. I want the internal model. And I'll be way more confident in it too. So if I could have more confidence in a trade, then yeah. If it closed, then traded to the 5-minute inversion, that would have been my entry. But it traded to the 5-minute inversion, where it would have inversed before inversing it. Then closed, which is interesting. Okay, but now that we've inversed this entire leg, I'm looking at we just had a 5-minute change in state there. Look at that. Like, is that grounds for a trade? Now that's a big stop loss. Yeah, that's a freaking. I'd only be doing like 3 contracts. I'd probably just do 4, but. I'd have to run that trade 140 points. I'll wait for internal. And, if I don't get it, I'm not going to be upset about it. I've already waited 2 hours and not taking a trade. What's another 30 minutes? Dude, it's so weird how when you look something up on your computer, you get ads for it on your phone.
Yeah. It listens to you all the time.
I don't know how it's doing that. I don't, off the top of my head, can't think of one thing that's related on my computer and my phone that are like actually, they're not linked in any way. Like I don't use the same Google account. I don't have the like that's it's oh I do use the same Google account, but I don't use that for like it's not my email for my like Instagram or whatever. Okay, boys, there might not be the retracement I'm looking for. But if you take this high and then get the retracement, that's still good. Actually, well, it's in the 15-minute imbalance, but that's fine. I'm just building my conviction in it reversing actually by the more structure that we have. So now I feel way more confident taking a trade with a good setup here if we get something. Like we're gonna form this 5-minute imbalance here. I mean, we technically did have this change in state order block, and then we traded to it. So we could leave that, but I do want to see it form a 5-minute gap here, trade to it, and then get internal. I want internal. That's my thing. I don't want to be holding for 150 points. You're done on the stream?
Well, I was gonna grab my tea.
Okay. Well, I was asking if
I'm
you're
not-
done. I was asking if you're done on the stream or you're not, because you're not trading.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
not trading.
All right. I might just end it then.
I just don't. I don't feel inclined to trade after a 300-point move in both directions. Day before NFP, I don't know if we're gonna get much more. Might just be a. I mean, like it looks all right.
I think they're. I mean, you're locked out anyway.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I'm not trading.
Yeah, you're locked out. You couldn't trade it. Yeah, I might, just because the stream is gone for 2.5 hours, I might end the stream. Like, it's not a big thing. Nobody's even watching, so my advice about the trade is not even going to be listened to. So yeah, you know what? Tune in tomorrow. We've got NFP.
We're not gonna be streaming NFP itself. We'll be streaming Market Open post NFP.
Yep. But this is 2 days in a row no trade. So
We will see you tomorrow.
yep. Have a good one.